When you pick up and play a fighting game for the very first time, you are met with, obviously, a character select screen, which shows your roster of fighters that you'll be hanging with during your hours of play, either playing as them or against them. You are also met with the actual character select theme that plays in the background when choosing these characters, one of the first tracks that really pop out in a fighting game. Unless you listen to the OST beforehand or something like that. Hell, one of the most iconic songs in all of video games is from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, New Age of Heroes. And all it does is repeat the same "I wanna take you for a ride" lyrics over and over again. Do people like it? You're damn straight they do. Now, being a fighting game that will be nearly 13 years old after this recording, BlazBlue has fair share of tracks that symbolizes our growing roster of characters throughout the years, and a character selects theme to accompany nearly every new game. Both Daisuke Ishiwatari and fellow composer/arranger Norichika Sato have been in charge of these tracks, with every single song being different and having their own feeling to them. Now, while I normally never make these top lists in a ranking format, this video will be one, as it'll go from my least favorite character select theme all the way to my favorite. Now, without further ado, let's do this thing. BlazBlue Calamity Trigger and BlazBlue Continuum Shift. Blue Beating. Now, Blue Beating is the character select theme for both BlazBlue Calamity Trigger and BlazBlue Continuum Shift in all its versions. Now, even back in the day, I wasn't too keen on Blue Beating. Not that I exactly hate the song, but I tend to prefer those louder, more bombastic tracks for a character select theme. The kind of song that says, "Here are the greatest fighters this series has to offer, and they're going to throw down in this showdown," or something like that. Blue Beating for me was far too subdued, though with the whole early gothic vibe BlazBlue had going on, it does fit perfectly in. One thing that bums me out is that Blue Beating was not only used for BlazBlue Calamity Trigger, but was also used as the character select theme for Continuum Shift, as I mentioned earlier, including all its iterations. Which means games like the first Continuum Shift 2, and Continuum Shift Extend did not have their own unique character select themes. Hell, Continuum Shift in general even shares the versus menus, title tracks with BlazBlue Calamity Trigger, and doesn't separate enough for me. I would have preferred if BlazBlue Continuum Shift had its own character select theme, but you know, that's been years ago, so there's no point in complaining about it now. BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. Character select theme. The character select theme for BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle was composed by Norichika Sato, the man who arranged the tracks for BlazBlue and Guilty Gear Xrd. He also composed songs like Ocean, Action, and High Voltage from Guilty Gear Xrd Sign, smaller tracks like the verses and interlude tracks in BlazBlue Central Fiction, God of War in BlazBlue Central Fiction. It was in charge of doing tracks in BBTAG, such as the character select theme itself, Crossing Fate, Turning Fate, Resonance, and the system theme. Now, the actual character select theme for BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle is pretty alright to me. It never stuck out as anything that I would listen to on repeat or on my own or anything like that, but it is decent for BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. Funny enough, when I listen to this track, it almost sounds like a remix of the character select theme from BlazBlue Central Fiction. Speaking of Central Fiction, BlazBlue Central Fiction, Next Force. Next Force is yet another character select theme that was composed by Norichika Sato, and is the main character select theme for BlazBlue Central Fiction. And I honestly have nothing to say about Next Force either. It's an overall pretty good song to me. It isn't exactly my favorite, and I kind of played it too much due to the many hours I dumped into BlazBlue Central Fiction, but it is still a good song no matter what. Being the final character select theme for Ragnar's last venture in the C series, and as a BlazBlue series protagonist, I think this is a pretty good song to see him one last time on a roster when you see him there. BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma, Proof of the Warrior. Aw shit, let's go! Proof of the Warrior, holy shit. Now, Proof of the Warrior is the character select theme for BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma. It is not only my favorite character select theme in all of BlazBlue, but it is one of my favorite songs of all time. It is such a damn good track, the slow but triumphant build-up that gives me the idea that all the BlazBlue characters are standing outside of a stadium or an arena or a coliseum, and then the gates open up, having them all walk in all badass and shit when the guitar kicks in. This song just really feels like the name character select theme given form into an actual piece of music that can be heard with your very own ears. This song is the very reason why I wish BlazBlue Central Fiction had an option to select through older character select themes, something that I wish more fighting games did than ditching them every single new time a version comes out. It's sad that we can't hear something like Proof of the Warrior in BlazBlue Central Fiction, because I would have eaten that up. But yeah, guys, a shorter video than usual, but I would like to hear what you guys think about what your favorite character select themes could be. Tell me if your favorites, tell me your least favorite to favorite, stuff like that. Just tell me whatever you like in the comments. So without further ado, I am out here. Peace, everyone, and I hope you have a great day.